My name is Lorraine McKay, and I am proud to serve as the founder and president of the Refresh Institute Inc., also known as Refresh Global. Although 2020 has been an extremely difficult year for us all, we want to stop and take the time to thank all of you, yes, you, all of our team members, all of our directors, our volunteers, our global community partners, our board of directors, and of course, you. Yes, you who's listening to this video right now. We want to thank you for allowing us to have the greatest privilege of them all to serve you and your families during this troubling year. We have found a greater purpose in providing refreshing solutions for all that we've come in contact with, both near and far. And we are anticipating serving more families and communities, not only just within the United States of America, but also in the United Kingdom in the year 2021 and beyond. With that being said, we are so excited about presenting another opportunity for you to make a refreshing difference in our world right now, today, in partnership with us. On Giving Tuesday, which is December 1st, 2020, we are launching our big Refresh Global Pledge campaign, and we need your help. In 2021, Refresh Global is stepping out of the box. We're stepping up our game by expanding our service projects within the US and the UK. We are providing and hosting even more community outreach and wellness service projects through our LifeWire department and our Refresh a Life outreach sector. We are empowering our youth even the more with greater virtual educational and mentorship support through our Refresh Kids. And we're growing in education through our dual creative arts academies. It's time that we kick it up a notch, and we're excited about partnering with you to make this happen and change lives all around the world. We invite you to click the link that's attached to this video to make your pledge campaign of $10 or more between December 1st and January 31st. It is our goal to raise $10,000 towards providing refreshing solutions to those in whom we serve and beyond. Make your pledge and stand with us today to refresh the world one encounter at a time. Every commitment counts. Every commitment is valued. We want you to know that. The Refresh Institute, Inc. is a recognized 501c3 nonprofit organization, and all contributions and donations are tax deductible. And so if you want to learn more about our programming and our services and all that we have to offer in 2021 and beyond, we invite you to go visit our website at www.refreshglobalnfp.org. You know, together we can continue to refresh the world. We're praying for you and we love you. And we can't wait to partner with you to keep refreshing the world one encounter at a time.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the LifeWire Lifeline. I'm so happy to be here today and glad that you are joining in today. Today, our topic will be talking about managing work stressors. It has been crazy coming out of 2020 into 2021. And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes that fuse just seems a little shorter. So we're going to be talking about managing how to manage those work stressors effectively, because that's important. I want to keep my job, so I got to do things effectively. So we're just going to talk about a few just interventions that'll be helpful when facing those stressors within the workplace. First and foremost, sometimes you just got to step away from that thing. You got to take yourself a break take a step back and just take a breather. And that's okay. That is normal, especially when you're working with other people. See, I work with people, so you have to be able to maintain your composure, maintain communication and relationships. And when you feel irritation, sometimes you have to say, wait a minute, I just need to take a step back, maybe two steps back. And that's appropriate. That's taking care of yourself within the workplace. Another thing, when I start my day, I like to start my day with prayer or some sort of a positive affirmation, just speaking positivity over my day. How many know how you start your day is important? That is super important. So keep that in mind as well. That could be something that you can add to your daily routine as well. And especially for those of us who may be working from home, we know that comes with its own different group of stressors as well. So, also something I started doing recently that has actually been really cool. Last year I started in-home painting. You know how people do painting with a twist. You can buy your own supplies from Michael's, and during your lunch break, or maybe you have a 15-minute break, just paint a little bit. It's not something that I finish in one sitting. It's just something I do where you don't really have to put any thought into it. I'm just painting within the lines, and it's relaxing. It helps um me focus on something else. That might be something that works for you as well. And again, the painting supplies can be really inexpensive depending where you go to get them. Amazon, Michael's. Also, sometimes it's okay to just say, you know what, I'm gonna take lunch and I'm gonna just lay down for a moment. But also know your job, know the rules of your job if that's okay. Some places you have to do a working lunch type situation. Um, but some you can just take that 20-minute, 15-minute and just I'm just gonna lay down and disconnect from this and just come back to it later, which is totally appropriate. Also, another thing, and this to each his own, exercising. I used to get up at 6 in the morning to exercise before work. Needless to say, I'm not doing 6 a.m. anymore, but I will do immediately after work or on a lunch break. It just, again, just helps calm me down, censor me, and just kind of refocus. And exercise may not be the thing that works for you, but I would say give it a try, because you never know how your body is going to respond to it with exercise as well. Also, I don't work well like this, but some people work well when they have music on with what they're doing. That might be something that's effective for you. Again, you have to find what is going to work for you specifically. So we're just going to go over a handful of interventions, and you kind of pick and choose, like, I think this might work or might not work. Um, Also, this next one I'm going to talk about, we have to be careful with this, but sometimes I'm on my 15-minute break and I may start looking at just like funnies, comical things on social media, the funny home videos, or silly things people are posting, and that's just like mindless entertainment for me in the moment. But also there definitely is a balance with that as well, because you don't want to find yourself so wrapped up in social media it's 2 hours later and you're on the clock. So we have to be mindful of that too, because we want to do the job that we're being paid to do as well. Also, another thing that has been super helpful is walking during lunch, walking on my lunch break. And I was never one, I work in like an office setting. So I was never one that really like walked while I was at work. But since I started working from home last year. That walking on my lunch break, really gave my body a time. You start to feel your knees getting stiff. You're sitting down too long. Get you a nice stretch. And really, that was another opportunity to just mentally disconnect for a moment and just walk. And there's been I know it's winter, but there have been some pretty decent days to go walking lately. I don't know about today though, but walking is always a nice, just de-stressor because one, we know that conflict does happen in the workplace when we're interacting with other people. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. Somebody might send you a snappy email and you're like, wait a minute, what? And you have to like pause for a minute to formulate, okay, how am I going to respond to this? Or you may find yourself not in the right space to respond appropriately at that point. So, again, I'm just going to step away from it. I'll come back to it later. Let me go take a walk. Let me go, recenter and refocus. That is fine. It is so important that we do what we have to do for us so that we can be productive employees. Um, Also, this is going to be so important. How many of you are perfectionists? So, like, it is important to keep perfectionism in check, being mindful of that, not just overwhelming and overburdening yourself with those things. Oh, this has to be perfect. And with someone who may be struggling with perfectionism, it is difficult when you are faced with a lot of things that are out of your control in the workplace. Things like that could definitely make you spiral. So just being mindful of that, keeping that in check. Awareness is very important. Like, is this me? Am I that sort of person? So just being mindful of that is super important. Also, it's important that we definitely avoid any just conflict within the workplace. It's as much as we can, as much as we can. I know some of us we may be back in person and maybe we can't necessarily avoid certain situations. Well, that does give us an opportunity to just practice silence. We don't have to necessarily respond to everything someone says that kind of gets under our skin. Sometimes it's just better to be silent in those moments, because you may say the wrong thing if you say it out of, emotion mind, because you're angry or just extremely aggravated. We can just snap. So it does take more energy to practice silence or patience. I'm just not gonna say anything. It may even be a situation where you need to follow the proper chains of command to staff that situation or whatnot. But I would just recommend avoiding conflicts if possible within the workplace as well. Also, another super important thing, working from home. You have your home desk and you set up your space like you need to set it up, but clutter can definitely cause some work related stressors. When I'm trying to get into work, trying to get into the groove of it this Monday morning, and my desk is a mess. It's like, what is going on? Can't focus on one thing. Being surrounded by clutter definitely. I'll always say, if this is cluttered, this up here is gonna be cluttered as well. So decluttering is an important thing. I mean, not just if you're working from home, even wherever your workspace is, decluttering is going to be important to that as well when it comes to that. So those are just a few things you can do, interventions, as far as how to de-stress on the job. And so I actually want to also talk about after work, because I know sometimes we just have those days where it's like, who, this 8 hours just burned me out. and you don't want to do anything after work that takes any mental thought at all. So that is definitely a sign of like, hey, I need to do something about this so I don't burn out. Because I know many of us have families we have to tend to after work, whether it's you being a mother, you being a wife, or whatever other hat, you've been a husband, whatever other hat you wear outside of your job, because we know that the job is not the only thing we do within our day. So preparing yourself for that mentally is also important. And we also want to be mindful, because we don't want to take that negativity or those attitudes or those mindsets into our family life after work. So, super important to take care of yourself. Many of us do not have self-care regimen in place. We just don't. You can afford not to. Then you'll start to be unenjoyable. People will not, family will not want to be around you. So take care of yourself outside of work. You will not be effective in the workplace without taking care of yourself first. So everybody likes different things. Think about something you enjoy doing, something that calms you, something that brings you peace after work, something that just helps de-stress you. Whether that's a bubble bath, whatever you like to do. Now, me, I like to get some um, tea, popcorn, and sit on my chase and watch TV. Give me an hour of that, after 30 minutes, an hour of that after work. I'm good. Or just have my ebook. I am good. It's just, I don't have to think about this. I can just, de-stress. So seriously, I really encourage you, whatever that thing is that you enjoy doing, find a way to pencil that into your week, into your evening, into your day, wherever you can, because self-care is so important for us. So important, especially with everything going on. We have to make ourselves and self-care a priority in that. If you think about, 24 hours in a day, how many of those hours we're sleeping and how many of those hours we're working, we actually put a great deal of hours into work. So we have to find time in that. If you're doing 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, that's 16 right there. So then you're looking at 8 hours of family errand, like literally everything else that you need to do. You may be someone who's also, in addition to being a mom, having a family, going to school. So it's all about balance, taking care of your body, because we also know when you're not doing self care and taking care of you, it does affect other areas. It will affect your progress in the workplace, your interactions with others. All of these things are interconnected and they play off of each other. So I truly encourage you to find what's going to work for you regarding self care. Also, other things that we do, even outside of work, help with de stressing. So you kind of kill two birds with one stone. I like to do game nights, host game nights with girlfriends, or, even your kids, just to kind of like de stress from work. We'll do it on a Friday, have a game night, play taboo, and I'm very competitive. It's fun, something lighthearted. You don't really have to use a lot of mental energy. Well, you do got to think with taboo, especially if you're competitive like me. But whatever that thing is for you, or just having just those fun. I look up recipes on Pinterest, and once a month, try a new recipe with your family. Enjoy a cooking day together. Again, just de-stressing from work, disconnecting. Those things are so important to do, because you have to take care of you to be productive at that job that you're at. Also, I know everyone may not have the availability, but taking PTO, paid time off, just taking time off work, just in general, if you like, okay, I really need some time to just not focus on work right now. Even if it's a half day or a couple of hours of being able to get additional sleep before you start work, because the sleep quality you have also impacts your ability at work. It impacts your mood as well. So, like if you're working with people, you didn't get enough sleep the night before, it makes it that much harder to just be on your P's and Q's while you're at work. So all of those things interact with each other. Bottom line is, take care of you. So I challenge you to this week really come up with something that is self-care for you, whether it's doing work on your breaks or right after work or at the beginning of the day. And just be consistent with doing that thing. Be consistent with doing that thing for 7 days. And see if that change makes a difference for you. I definitely challenge you to do that. And I look forward to hearing what new things you have tried, what new things you have implemented into your schedule to help with that. At the end of the day, you take care of you. Well, thank you guys. I'm glad you were able to connect today. I hope that any of those interventions might be helpful to you, for you to like sprinkle into your day, or you may find something else that's interesting to you. But all in all, take care of you. You enjoy your day. Thanks for tuning in to the LifeWire Lifeline.
Hi, my name is Lorraine McKay, and I am proud to serve as the founder and president of the Refresh Institute Inc., also known as Refresh Global. Although 2020 has been an extremely difficult year for us all, we want to stop and take the time to thank all of you, yes, you, all of our team members, all of our directors, our volunteers, our global community partners, our board of directors, and of course, you. Yes, you who's listening to this video right now. We want to thank you for allowing us to have the greatest privilege of them all, to serve you and your families during this troubling year. We have found a greater purpose in providing refreshing solutions for all that we've come in contact with, both near and far. And we are anticipating serving more families and communities, not only just within the United States of America, but also in the United Kingdom in the year 2021 and beyond. With that being said, we are so excited about presenting another opportunity for you to make a refreshing difference in our world right now, today, in partnership with us. On Giving Tuesday, which is December 1st, 2020, we are launching our big Refresh Global Pledge campaign, and we need your help. In 2021, Refresh Global is stepping out of the box. We're stepping up our game by expanding our service projects within the US and the UK. We are providing and hosting even more community outreach and wellness service projects through our LifeWire department and our Refresh the Life outreach sector. We are empowering our youth even the more with greater virtual educational and mentorship support through our Refresh Kids. And we're growing in education through our dual creative arts academies. It's time that we kick it up a notch, and we're excited about partnering with you to make this happen and change lives all around the world. We invite you to click the link that's attached to this video to make your pledge campaign of $10 or more between December 1st and January 31st. It is our goal to raise $10,000 towards providing refreshing solutions to those in whom we serve and beyond. Make your pledge and stand with us today to refresh the world one encounter at a time. Every commitment counts. Every commitment is valued. We want you to know that. The Refresh Institute, Inc. is a recognized 501c3 nonprofit organization, and all contributions and donations are tax deductible. And so if you want to learn more about our programming and our services and all that we have to offer in 2021 and beyond, we invite you to go visit our website at www.refreshglobalnfp.org. You know, together we can continue to refresh the world. We're praying for you and we love you. And we can't wait to partner with you to keep refreshing the world one encounter at a time.